Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Hey guys, the Chicken is here. We're back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, that is 2 videos in a row now. I forgot to show you guys the deck layouts. I'm sure you've already seen them on someone else's YouTube or Instagram or anything. They're floating around the community. But I figured today, since we got a week to look at this warship season, let's just do a deep dive into every single deck, what it could mean, what troops we have available at every engine room level, and that kind of thing. So if you guys haven't seen yesterday's video, make sure you check it out. We went over most of your comments on that video, community's kind of reaction. It was kind of fun. If you enjoy that style of video, make sure to let me know in the comments, and we'll do more of those in the future. But for now, let's start off. So we've got the 2-engine deck. Now, admittedly, at 2 ERs, nothing really is going to change that much. People are not playing at 2 engines for very long, but we'll look at it anyways. So it'll probably be something like this, is what I'm guessing. I mean, at this point, we only have clone rifles. We actually also have explosive drones. Shout out to whoever that was in the comments saying that early on, explosive drones can actually be pretty good. Are they worth upgrading? I don't know. I wouldn't say so, but the thing is, you can actually take out an engine room with explosive drones, and it doesn't take that many of them. I think it's only like 2 or 3. So they might be pretty viable early on. So for that reason, I imagine we'll see the engines not touching, definitely split up. I think that makes a lot of sense. And then outside of that, we've got the clone riflemen. Clone riflemen with the troop damage at 2 ERs. There's not going to be enough tech there to stop them. So they're going to run through kind of everything. So I imagine it'll be some sort of spread, maybe closer to this if they are able to take one down with explosive drones pretty easily, just to kind of separate the two. So not really a whole pile to go over at 2 engines. So let's jump into 3 guys and see what we got over here. I will say the deck layouts this season are actually really cool, so definitely stick around towards the end of the video. By the time we get to 6 and 7 ER, you guys are definitely going to want to see that. So 3 engines, we've got our first gap base. So I don't know exactly how the engines are going to line up. Maybe, something like this where it kind of forces them to go all the way around and into every corner. Maybe something similar to that. So at this point, we've got, we've got the standard defenses. We've got mines, flamethrowers, machine guns, mortars. Maybe not mortars for everyone, probably skipping those early on. And then we've got either building health or moving ahead and going to heavies. And other than that, there's not a ton of defenses. So this deck is going to be fairly wide open. So I think what we're going to probably see is we're going to see mine traps set up. So people are going to be putting out their mines probably, is my guess, in order to stop the clone riflemen. Because if you don't have mines, the clone rifles are just going to absolutely run through kind of everything. And given that we have some gap bases here, it might make for some interesting deck layouts, making some mine traps kind of like this, where one engine is protected, and then maybe that's the bait maybe for the explosive drones, and then you just you fill the other one up with all the machine guns and flamethrowers and shock mines and that kind of thing, forcing them to go through it. Because like we said, unless they have grenadiers, which probably long term, typically not a good pick, but unless they have grenadiers, close that right off. Still a little bit up there. But yeah, so unless they have grenadiers, they're not really going to have a lot of troops there. So something to consider. Other than that, it looks interesting. But I mean, realistically, what are we using here? Clone rifles, probably not Grens, and heavy rush. Heavy rush is going to be the thing probably. Especially with troop health. The crystal critters are interesting though. It's such a... to get to heavies, you got to go through 2 almost vacuums, especially early on. The sniper towers and the crystal critters are going to suck right out of the gates. But that's what we got at 3 engines. So we're taking a little bit too long. Let's move forward here. And let's say, for the sake of this, we're going to take the path of just kind of running through everything. And let's go something like that. We don't have enough tech level to go through. We got to max out our... Well, actually, we'll max out the mines just in case we want to place them. So mines give us, what, 540? Did we max out our shock mines? Did we max out... we can unlock the flamethrowers too. That'll give us a bit of an idea. And max out the machine guns just so we can start throwing some defenses down to make it look more realistic. There we go. That should be well over 6 now. Okay, so moving on to 4 engines. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? So 4 engines is kind of the same as the 3 engine base, but we've got a couple extra nooks here. So 4 engines is typically where things get very defensive, and I could see this becoming a cluster. This looks like Cluster City right in here, or Compact, something like that, where we can, maybe throw in all the engine rooms kind of in here, spread that out, add in all of our mines, all of our defenses. Yeah, especially since we potentially have boom mines, regular mines, and shock mines at this point with a bunch of flamethrowers. That could get nasty pretty quickly. But let's look at what troops we're using there. So what's a little bit after force? We could have heavies, could have heavy Zuka coming in. We're also going to have boom cannons. We don't have shock bombs. We have GBE, but I don't know what we're spending our GBE on. Crystal Critters. And that's pretty well it. There's no critter. There's nothing else. The one good thing, maybe tanks, honestly, guys. Maybe tanks are going to be a thing, but we've got shock launchers right here, too. I don't know what their plan was for us to use an offense. Maybe rush to rocket choppers. I honestly don't know at this point. But I think Zukas are going to be a fairly safe bet. So we'll play the path that we're going down this way. But anyways, let's jump into 5. At 5, we don't get any troops either. We just get mechs. Mech Zuka. Without KAVAN, Heavy, and Zuka, like doing it in like a spread out strategy, it's kind of tough. It kind of sucks. If we look at 5ER here, it's basically the same as 4, but a little bit more opened up on that side. Depends how strong the clone rifles are. I don't know. We'll have to go back and watch some old footage maybe. But clone rifle, Heavy Zuka, Brick. Brick could be good. Brick could be the answer early on as well. But yeah, let's just keep moving forward here. But at least show you the deck at 5 engines. So 1 ramp, small ramp. Could be a front-loaded. I could see that happening here. Could be a front-loaded, kind of compact base. Stop doing that. Move up this way. So that could be definitely viable, but we'll have to see. And you guys let me know in the comments what you think. Maybe we'll do another reaction kind of style video tomorrow with your guys' comments. But as we make our way up and around, we can max out our building health. We max out our building damage. Starting to get a lot of stuff here that's starting to add up. So at 6 ERs, it's really wide open. So this looks like Bombardier Heaven right here because we've got, people will most likely put some engines back down on this side. So this looks like a great, Bombardier base where you can just kind of get them into the center and just allow them to funnel and spread. Because I imagine the engines will go kind of somewhat like this unless they go compact. I don't know. But are there laser rangers at 6? No laser. Oh, there are laser rangers. So there will be compacts, but not for too long. The laser rangers kind of nerf the compacts into the ground, or just counter them. Not nerf, I guess, but you know what I mean. All right, so let's keep moving here. Let's keep moving. So that's 6, 1 ramp. Now I believe we were harping on them last season for having a single ramp at 7ER. I forget the specifics on that, but I guess the single ramp was better in terms of not having it be like a fizzle meta or having it not be too easy for seekers or something like that. But anyways, there's 7ER, 6, but it's fully blown up. So you guys let me know. What do you think is going to be good about these decks? What do you think is going to be bad? Whole video just dedicated to the decks. Again, longer time to go over the sneak peeks and stuff. So kind of cool to be able to do this. So you guys let me know what you think down below in the comments. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. Catch you next one, guys. Chicken out. Back.